On today's flight, Pam and I fly Danny, Amber, and her 9 puppies up to a shelter in Pennsylvania. We also had several hundred pounds of dog food that we were giving to the local rescues and shelters as well. And this is Danny.
Just from, like I said, I just met him this morning, but he does have a lot of energy, but he's the type of doggy, huh?
He'll help me fly.
He sat in the passenger seat in the front and did fine.
Danny was found and taken to the shelter in April. Okay? And his owners were called and they came and got him. In May, Danny was found on the side of the road, having been hit by a car and have a laceration on his leg. Owners said, no, euthanize him. We don't want to pay for the vet bills. So Granville SPARE came in, took him, had his leg fixed. He's been fostering. His leg is he's completely healed. And
this is him?
This is him.
I remember reading about you.
And, yep. And he's just a great dog. And now they're taking him up there where he can be better off. You know, much better off with a family and the rescue than he can down here.
So you can see how well Danny does with kids. This was the first time that he had met the girls on their ride to the airport. Nancy and her children. Nancy volunteers with Granville County SPARE organization, and she was so generous to bring him to us at the airport. And then it was time to get the show on the road. The plan was for Danny to sit up front with me, but he just loved Pam, and he had other intentions. So, after a while, you'll see him jump in the back seat with the 100 pounds of dog food that we're taking over to the other airport and give to the other shelter to help them with their efforts. He was a really good boy in flight, though. And it's time to get going. Fire up the plane, prepare to taxi on out. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. And away we go. Heading down towards the end of the runway, where we'll prepare for takeoff. Do all those things you have to do. That was a beautiful landing, Cherokee.
Get about one a month.
I need one of those coupon books. All right, pre-takeoff checklist complete. I'm good to go if you are.
I'm good to go. Right on time.
At Triangle North Skylane 431, taking active 23 for departure to the east. Triangle North. Time to pull out on the runway. Give it some gas. Good to go?
We're good to go.
Always got to check if you're good to go.
Go, Danny.
Flaps down, power in, and soon we'll be up in the sky. Oh, what a beautiful day it was. Well, at least here. The weather got a little snotty as we went north, but early morning weather down in North Carolina was just beautiful. Danny was very intrigued by the whole takeoff. At Triangle North Skylane 431, just off runway 23, we'll be turning to the east to Rocky Mount. And then for a quick, I think it's 15-20 minute flight over to Rocky Mount, North Carolina, where we were going to meet Amber and her 9 puppies. Here we are getting close to the airport, getting ready for landing. And there's the airport. Beautiful Rocky Mount Wilson Airport. Everything's going good. The plane is running exceptionally well. No surprises this morning, so we're expecting a really safe and comfortable flight on the way up to Pennsylvania. So we take Danny, Amber, and her 9 pups. soon we'll touch down and we'll get a chance to meet Amber for the first time. You know, whenever you're carrying two dogs that have never met, you know, one of the concerns is how are they going to get along together? But you'll see. Hello, Rocky Mount, we're here. So let's slow down, go park the plane, and go meet Amber. Oh, you want me to park it here? Okay, I'll park it here. No problem. Hi, Amber. So what's her name? Amber.
She's getting a better one.
All right, I got 100 pounds of dog food for you.
Okay, very good.
We were first asked to pick up Amber
Okay.
and her puppies, 9 puppies, when we flew Hayden up, but I just didn't think that was a good fit.
Yeah.
So we offered to bring her up on Saturday, which is today, and we flew her directly to Philadelphia,
Yep.
to Coatesville, where they were going to, she went from a shelter in Tarboro to a lovely rescue called LaMancha in Union, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And it's a huge facility. It's like a big farm. They have horses and everything, so there's lots of room for the dogs to run. And Amber was surrendered right after she had her 9 puppies.
Wow, right afterwards.
Right afterwards. So the rescue has taken her into their foster, their shelter. But because of the parvovirus, they were really concerned about the puppies.
Okay.
So they wanted to get them out of there as soon as possible. And so we said we'd take her up there.
Yeah, just to be clear, the shelter did not have any active virus. They just wanted to get the puppies out to make sure that nothing unforeseen happened to those precious little puppies. It was like a never-ending cage of puppies. They just kept coming and coming. But you see, we loaded them with care. There's Abby in the background. She's 9 months pregnant. I was worried she was going to give birth at the airport, so let's get this show on the road. But she was so awesome. And she's with the SPCA Alliance of North Carolina. And they brought Amber and her puppies from Tarboro, North Carolina. What can I say? Puppies! So, the puppies are loaded now, and it's time to do that pilot thing. I like to get my instrument clearance on the ground if I can. It's just one step I don't have to worry about soon after we take off. And so, here I am using my desk, getting my clearance. Everybody else is running around with the dogs. And we take the goodbye photo, and then it's time to load up the pups. First in, Danny. And then, Amber. You can see how thin she was. And it's time to take off from Rocky Mount, down in North Carolina, and head up towards Philadelphia. We landed in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Philly. Well, we took off with Amber up in the front seat with me. She was going to be my co-pilot. That was the intention, but you'll see what happens. Danny in the back was just keeping Pam warm, sitting on her lap. You'll hear. She talks about how awesome he was in flight, and the puppies are in the crate covered up behind Pam back there. Smooth takeoff.
Washington Center, Compassion 431.
Dispatch 431, go ahead.
Just off Rocky Mount Wilson, 1.5, climbing for 3.
Dispatch 431, watch center, Roger, Rocky Mount altimeter 3021.
3021. I'm squawking 0564.
Roger.
Amber was sure intrigued with Pam in the back seat, and then all of a sudden she decided, you know, I want to be back there. So she squeezed back, snuck out of there, squeezed back there, and she curled up in the back seat.
Some other side?
Danny didn't care at all. He was just so in love with Pam, he didn't even notice. But Amber was closer to her puppies at least, and so it all worked out well. Puppies! More puppies! So cute. Oh my gosh.
Nice Compassion Flight 431, the traffic stop 10 o'clock, 3 miles northbound, altitude indicates 5,300.
Compassion 431 looking. And it's time for me to do my thing up there. Flying the plane. Little paperwork, little recording, listening for traffic, listening to air traffic control. And all the time, Pam is back there, caring for the puppies, cuddling with them, petting their head. And she does a lot of texting in flight too to coordinate with both ends of our flights.
Compassion 431, contact Potomac approach 126.75.
2675, 431. Potomac approach, Compassion 431, 5.0.
Compassion 431, Potomac approach, Richmond, altimeter 3019er.
3019er, 431. I mean, seriously, can you have too many puppy shots? The answer to that is no, you can't. So just sit back and enjoy more puppies for a while. They just all wanted to snuggle. They'd move around a little bit, but they were all warm and snuggly and just being the most adorable puppies ever. As we headed north, it got a little bit hazy, but you can see we're just flying over just flat land, wide open.
Compassion 431, contact Patuxent approach 120.05, good day.
12005, Patuxent approach 431. Oh, Danny, what a sweetheart, I'll tell you. Whoever adopts him is going to be lucky. Patuxent approach, Compassion 431, 5.0.
Compassion 431, Patuxent approach, Patuxent altimeters 3017, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, 3017, 431.
431, you at 5,000, correct?
Staying at 5,000, yes. Okay.
So, the people in SPARE thought Danny had a better chance of being adopted up here. Plus, they have a really good medical service up here. And so we said, sure, we'll take them up. So we took them up. Exhausting, but it was great. I mean, the puppies were amazing. And, oh, poor Amber was so thin. Oh, my heart went out to her. She's like those dogs you see on TV all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But what a sweetheart. And Danny loved me. Danny loved me like nothing else. He's a 50-pound dog, sat on my lap in the back the entire way and just loved on me. It was awesome. And Amber sat right next to us, curled up, because it got quite cold in here.
Yeah, it was chilly.
It was very chilly. And I kept having to cover up the pups and make sure they stayed warm. And they stayed asleep the whole time. They were great. Good flight.
That was a pretty good flight up here.
It was.
And then we started making our way further north. It started to get a little bit more cloudy and overcast, but the weather was pretty still stable, and it was a smooth flight for the dogs, that's for sure, and especially for the puppies. So, I mean, we did everything we could to keep those puppies safe, warm, and sound. And here's Pam and I in flight, passing through some clouds. And as we got closer to Philadelphia, the wind started to pick up. I mean, it got to be pretty gusty. They were gusting up to about 30 miles an hour, and it might not show it in the video, but it was a little rocky landing. Took a little bit of skill, I'll have to admit, to smack this thing down in a good landing.
Job.
That was wicked.
Damn fine landing.
At Chester County, Skylane 431, clear 29 at Charlie, Chester County. Time to taxi into the place where we're going to stop and pass off the puppies. Meet the line people. The line people at Coatesville, Pennsylvania, at Landmark Aviation. They were all amazing. It was just great. They were like an instant part of the team, and we couldn't have asked for any more support. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, very much.
He really doesn't like those guys in their uniforms. Alright. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet, kid.
Can I slide back?
Hold on. Okay, go ahead, slide back. Go ahead. Yeah. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Okay. It's okay. I know, honey. It's okay. It's okay.
I'll take him.
You want to go with Steve?
I'll take Amber.
Okay.
Hey, Amber.
Come on. Come on, Amber. Baby. Hold on. Oh, come on, there you go, sweetheart. You can do it, baby girl. I'm gonna keep,
Okay.
let me tell you something, okay? Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. You're fine. Hey, yeah. Wait a minute. Hey. He's afraid of you guys. Yeah, he doesn't like men much. He loves kids. He absolutely...
And then it was time to get ready to unload the puppies, and we set up this line person, you guys are awesome, line person brigade, and we passed the puppies from the plane, from hand to hand, and then to Alan, who put them in the crate so they could take them to LaMancha. Alan and Cecilia met us at the airport with their daughter, and you can see Amber there in the background. She's checking out the puppies as we're passing them down, and every once in a while she sniffs them, puts her nose up there, gives them a little kiss, I guess. But we took all the care in the world to pass these puppies out, get them safely on their way, and I think it was definitely Amber approved. Then it was time to feed the pilots. Well, I'll tell you, this airport, Coatesville, has got a great cafe. That's a bowl of chili. Can you believe it? It's delicious.
All right, Chester County traffic, Skylane taking runway 29 for departure, Chester County.
After a little rest, a little food, a little conversation, and saying goodbye, it was time for us to get back in the plane and it was time for Pam to get teary-eyed, as she always does as we say goodbye. But to head off into the gusty winds, fly around Philadelphia, and head off over Delaware on our way home. Here we go. Off of Coatesville, as we were going around Philadelphia, we were getting vectored all over the place. In fact, there was an emergency flight coming in.
All right, so Joe Biden's house is somewhere off to the left there.
Ah,
Because there's a flight restricted area right there.
right where? Oh my goodness.
All right. There.
And then it was just, I don't know, it was just beautiful skies going home. It was, I don't know, they had such, I don't know how to describe it. They just had such spirit, and it just felt like the perfect end to a perfect flight, helping to save some amazing dogs that otherwise wouldn't be here today. And it's all thanks to all of the volunteers. We were just the transport, I guess, and the shelters on both ends, the rescues, they're the real heroes in our eyes, and we can't thank them enough.
Washington Center, Skyline 52431, 6.0.
Skyline 52431, Washington Center, good afternoon. The Richmond Altimeter 3014.
3014, 431.
After a long flight, we're finally back home, ready to have a smooth landing, clean up the plane, tie it down, and go home and collapse. But before you go anywhere, we've got some bonus material coming up. I think you'll want to see it. So in the week after we left, Cecilia sent us a bunch of pictures from the shelter, and she and the volunteers took some shots to help share how they're doing. Amber is a sweetheart. You can't help but fall in love with her. And they're making sure that she eats 3 meals a day, plus they're giving her hot dogs, mac and cheese to help fatten her up. Cecilia thinks that Danny's going to be adopted really quickly, and Amber has to be there for the pups for a while. But then they're sure that she's going to get adopted to a good home soon. You can be a part of our dog rescue team. Just visit us at Pilot.dog and become a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month. You can set a cap on how much you want to give each month. It doesn't matter. Any amount helps. Please help us save dogs.